On this week's weekly video fishing forecast, I'll have a rundown of the latest upcoming shows, including this weekend's Striper Day, which I'll be at. Blackfish season is now open in New Jersey, and if you make the trip, the Fisherman's Jenni Ackerman has some tips for us. I also have some news items, yearly reminders, and a couple of reports.
The Fishing News is sponsored by these fine partners. The Babylon Fisherman's Flea Market is now better than ever in its new location. The American Legion, 22 Grove Place, Babylon. Save the date, Sunday, January 21st, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Over 50 tables with new and used fishing gear. Streaming live on Facebook. Get your fishing questions answered by the Pro Roundtable. Get all the details at fishermanfleamarket.com.
Hey, today's Thursday, January 11th, and I hope everybody made it out okay during the storm the other day. The South Shore was hit pretty hard by the coastal flooding. Here's producer Tim C. Smith with some video he shot from yesterday morning.
Yeah, Matt, I checked on the yard around 5 a.m. and the water was pretty high, but not concerning. I fell back to sleep, and when I woke up, I couldn't tell the difference from the street or the canal. This is the highest coastal flooding since Sandy back in 2012, and for the first time since Sandy, water washed right through the ground level of the house. No worries, however, we lifted everything in harm's way. This is the price you pay to live on the water. Matt, back to you.
Now for some fishing news. NOAA sent out a notice recently for the 2024 request of nominations at large for members to the Mid-Atlantic Fishery Management Council. The Mid-Atlantic Council, that's MAFMC, is one of 8 regional fishery management councils to manage fisheries within U.S. federal waters. MAFMC consists of states of New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, and North Carolina. There are 2 at-large seats expiring, and they may be filled by individuals in any of the states mentioned. If interested or think you are qualified for the position, visit the link in the description below. Just recently, we ran a news piece on renewing those fishing licenses and registrations for the coming season in our e-newsletter. All states were covered in the region, but I wanted to go into a little bit more detail on New York since this is a great time of the year to take care of these things. So in New York, your fishing license or registration is based off of the date of purchase and not the calendar year. What this means is that you have to check the date on your previous fishing license before you go and get a new one. You can backdate the license a little bit, but there is a cutoff, so I would recommend renewing no further than a week out from the expiration date. There are no changes this year for licensing fees. Once again, freshwater will be $25 and the saltwater registry will have no fee attached to it. All those 16 or older must have one of these or both. If you're 70 or older, the fee for freshwater goes down to $5. The non-resident charge is $50 on the fresh, but on the plus side, non-residents will only need that free registry to fish the salt. Oh, and if you are in Connecticut or Rhode Island, reciprocity will be given to you in New York waters. You can either visit a licensing issuing agent in person or visit the link in the description below to get started on the process. If you do have any further questions on the matter, you can shoot an email over to me at mbroderick@fisherman.com. This Saturday is Striper Day at Ward Melville High School, hosted by Surfcasters Journal and the Ward Melville Fishing Club. It is officially the first event of the year and an anticipated one as well. Stop by and say hello to the Fisherman Magazine booth. I'm going to be there. I'll renew your subscription, and I'm going to get you a Tsunami eye pop popper and a $20 gift card from Surehold Cleaning Products when you do sign up at the show. If you do have cabin fever already and want to get in some more tog fishing, you didn't have enough for our season, New Jersey headboats are running, weather permitting. New Jersey does have a 4-fish bag limit, and there always is the possibility of catching some cod, ling, or pollock. Fisherman's Jenni Ackerman has some tips to help you connect for these winter fish.
Hi everyone. welcome to this week's Open Boat. The winter is upon us, and it is my favorite fishing season. And a lot of you guys will be like, what are you fishing for in the winter? It's snowing out. Blackfish. Going out on the boat and blackfishing in the freezing cold temperatures, you can't beat it, ever. It's the best. Don't fight me on that, because I will win. I love blackfishing in the winter. So for a lot of beginners, there's a lot of questions on, should I rig fish or should I jig fish? I don't know what I need for blackfishing. So in this week's Open Boat, I'm going to give you guys both some tips and tricks for both jig fishing and rig fishing. Now to start, this is my Blackfish jigging rod. It's very familiar to you Open Boat viewers because I had it during a fluking video for pitching up current. So this is a very versatile rod. It's the St. Croix Legend Extreme. It has a nice backbone to it, and it has that sensitive tip to feel the blackfish when I'm jigging. So when you're jig fishing, you want a light spinning setup. You could do braid from 15 to 30 pound, and then for leader, I do like either 30 or 40 pound, and I'll just direct tie it onto a jig. So when you pick out your jigs, there's a million different jig companies out there. There's Bottom Sweepers, Magic Tails, S&S. Pick a jig that has a strong, sharp hook, and when you're dropping down, that jig lays flat with the bait on top. Make sure it doesn't flop to the side. Make sure it's nicely balanced. And what I like about jig fishing, you're going to be using this in more shallow water, not super duper deep. Lighter jigs, you're able to finesse the jig. And a lot of the times it's cool when blackfish hit a jig, the bigger ones will literally pick it up and swim off with it. So fighting a hefty blackfish on a lighter spinning setup is just a lot of fun. So now that we just went over some different tips and tricks for jig fishing for blackfish, I'm going to talk about rig fishing for blackfish. So this is my conventional rod here. I love this. I've brought it to a couple fluke seminars because I also use this for fluking. Heavy setup, it can handle. It's got an excellent backbone. I call it the boom stick. This rod is very, very tough, and it gets bent beyond belief when you got a big blackfish on it, so it's very fun to see that happen. But going back to the rig I use, you have a ton of different rigs you can use for blackfishing. You have a single hook rig, a snafu, slider rigs, the whole 9 yards. So what I like to use, it's called the Belmar rig. I have it tied on here. Basically, the Belmar rig is just a slider rig. You have the 2 hook, one snelled, one loose, and then you have that sinker that you use to attach it onto your top shot. So that's your whole rig. And what's nice about the 2 hook is like you can cut a crab in half and then put one on each hook, more bait down at the bottom for the fish to get attracted to. So a tip with blackfishing a rig rod, you're going to be using this in deeper water, like 100 feet of water. So you're going to want to have 40 to 80 pound leader on here, like your top shot and everything. And you want to have a lot of top shot spooled onto your reel, just in case you have more to tie on as you go. And a very helpful tip, shout out to Rudy for teaching me this. When you drop down to the bottom, you don't want to have your line completely tight. You want to let a little bit out. So when you're seeing your line as it goes into the water, there's a little bit of a curve. It's not going straight down. You have that little bit of a curve so you don't get snagged up as easily. You have that little space so you're not getting immediately caught up on the wreck. So those were some little tips and tricks on blackfish rigging and jigging. So I would recommend, if you're going out blackfishing, get yourself both a spinning and a conventional setup. And practice makes perfect. Blackfish are a very challenging fish to catch. So you want to be hyper focused on when you're trying to feel that bite and know when to set the hook. Good luck, everyone, and I'll catch you on next week's Open Boat.
And as a follow-up, here's a list of the head boats still targeting New Jersey out of Shark River Inlet. We have the Big Mohawk, Beast Mode Fishing Charters, Near Fall Fishing Charters, Last Lady Fishing Charters, Manasquin Inlet has the Jamaica 2, the Paramount, Deep Sea Fishing Charters, Norma K3. Check these boats out, all going for talk. And once again, it is show season, and there are upcoming events for January. As mentioned earlier, Sunday, January 14th is the Striper Day at Ward Melville High School, hosted by Surfcasting Journal and the Ward Melville High School Fishing Club. I did get a chance to check out their seminar lineup, and it's pretty impressive. There will be a full-feature surfcasting movie called Magic Hour, presented during the show by Pete Usheg, followed by a Q&A session at 12:45. Jake Hardy will cover essential swing presentations for every surfcaster at 9:30. Al Albano is going to touch upon darter strategies after that at 10:30. Billy the Greek will be sharing 60 years of striper info at 11, and Montauk Sharpie Brendan Cecile will be divulging new info on the new age Montauk surfcasting at 11:30. All reputable casters, and it's going to make this event attending just in itself. On Sunday the 21st, join me at the Fisherman Flea Market at the American Legion in Babylon, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. that is. I'll be part of the Fishing Roundtable with John Paduano and Joe Paradiso. Then the New York Boat Show is back starting January 24th, going through Sunday the 28th. Also on the 28th is the Glen Cove Fisherman's Flea Market, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more details on all these events, click on the link in the top right or visit thefisherman.com/events.
The Freeport Fishing and Boating Show is back February 17th and 18th. Get your fishing and boating season started with over 50 exhibitors and seminars from pro anglers. Fun for the whole family. For more information and advanced ticket discounts, visit freeportfishingshow.com to be part of the fun.
Now, I've been hearing there's some confusion on the outdoor show that was held at Rockland Community College, it being canceled. Yes, that's true, but the show has been replaced by a new show called the Empire State Outdoor Sportsman Show. This event will take place February 29th through March 3rd. If you're a vendor and you want to be part of the show, call 845-319-3976. Yeah, we're still talking about New Year's resolutions, and one could be to subscribe to the Fisherman magazine or renew at one of the upcoming shows. When you do renew or subscribe for $30, you get a $20 gift card for Surehold products and a Tsunami 4-inch Tidal iPop popper. Great for the back bay, surf, boat, whatever it may be. Oh, and you're also automatically entered into our Dreamboat concert for this upcoming year. It's a great deal. Obviously, reports have been scarce this time of year, but here's what I got. So due to the wind situation that could not be avoided, a lot of boats did stay tied up, but I did get a lone report with some limited success on the cod. More effort has been placed on the freshwater and tidal creek fishing as of late on the South Shore tidal creeks. They're worth a shot for those white perch. Another good option is Connecticut River for those trout. Across the pond, the Long Island Sound, that is, some striper activity was reported from the Housatonic and nearby harbors, fueled by herring in the Sound. Maybe we will start to see some of those herring filter into the North Shore harbors in the coming days or weeks. But hey, if you guys do like surf casting or fishing from a small boat, check out the Housatonic. It's a great spot to fish. I have fished there before with some good success. If you do have a notable catch, email me at mbroderick@thefisherman.com with the photo and any details, and I will try and get it into the weekly video fishing forecast or the magazine. From Northport, we have Cow Harbor Bait and Tackle.
Hey, the big news this week is Striper Day is on this Sunday, January 14th at Ward Melville High School in East Setauket. It's going to be a great fishing show. It's going to be packed with a lot of vendors. What we're going to be bringing there is representation of Century Factory USA. We're going to have a huge assortment of Century rods there, blanks for you to check out, take a look at. They're always built on titanium guides, great builds, and you really want to come to the Century booth and ask your questions. We're there to answer them. We got pro staff. It's a beautiful selection of things. If you want to buy, they'll be available for purchase as well. And if you're going to miss the show, you want to come to Cow Harbor and check out the stuff that we keep here at the shop, because we're a big custom rod shop. So it's great to represent Century over here. I hope you come to the booth and check this stuff out. It's a new level of fishing. Until next week, I bid you peace and tight lines.
With some fly and freshwater info, we do have Paul McCain from River Bay Outfitters.
Hello, Matt. Well, it's another crazy week with the rain. I mean, unbelievable. and watching the videos of all the beach erosion and the flooding that's going on, it's crazy. And this amount of snow they got up north. We didn't get any snow, thank goodness. But we did get a ton of rain, and it really did bump up all the streams, which is a good thing. You know, we don't want it too low in this time of year. And the fishing has been in the ponds been pretty good, as far as if you really want to go wet a line, look for ponds that don't have any ice. And we haven't had any real ice yet. We've had, so the fishing's been really good for like yellow perch and also pickerel, because they're starting to move into the shallows because they're going to be spawning soon. And they're a lot of fun on a fly rod. So I'm getting up there. I'm also spending a lot of my time down in the basement. I cleaned it up. Cleaned up my tie-in area a little bit. Be doing videos for myself, but for the fishermen starting next week. You're going to have some flight time videos. And we've been doing a lot of classes, and I'm getting ready for the show season. I mean, this weekend we have the Surfcasters show over in Ward Melville. Then we had the Ward Melville Patriots Fishing Club show in March. And January, of course, the big fly fishing show over at Edison, which I'll be there all weekend. If you want to give me a call or say hello, I'll be there. And then I'll also be at, of course, the Fly Fishing Expo on March 16th. That's my show with my good friend Kenny. And it's getting bigger and bigger, and a lot of great vendors are going to be there. So I hope to see all of you. So get out there where you can. Like I said, I'm going to be tying flies, posting videos to my website, but also to the Fisherman. And so hopefully we're going to have a mild winter and we can still keep fishing. And hopefully the sand will come back to the beaches, because they look terrible. Gilgo looks absolutely horrible. But until next week, tie lines, everybody.
Let's check with Max Finch from the Connecticut side of the Western Sound.
This past week, we've seen fish to 40 inches caught in Norwalk River. Guys are chunking mackerel and herring. The herring have been spotty, but they're definitely around. The bass are stuffed with them locally, and then in the mouth of the Housatonic, there's been some herring showing up, and then all eyes are upriver. But if you guys want to fish locally, I will put some time in on the Norwalk River. The incoming tide seems to be the best. We've seen, fish in the slot range mostly still hanging around our local waters in the harbor and Norwalk River. Your favorite soft plastic, chunked mackerel, or chunked herring if you guys can get them. We just had all this heavy rain, and the Housatonic should be really good the next couple of days. Once the river flood starts to calm down and the water's really murky, they really put the chew bag on. Thanks and good luck.
Captain Mike Sentry is the latest from Staten Island.
Well, you know the deal. It's January. Some people call it the winter doldrums, summertime. You know how that goes in August. But hey, look, a lot of rain, so white fishing perch is out of the question for the rivers and streams here. Just looking forward to a few boat shows, a few flea markets, a few seminars here and there in January and February. Season opener is April 15th in New York waters for striped bass, and March 1st in New Jersey. What I can say is the party boats have been putting people on some really nice tog, really nice ones, double digits on a steady, consistent bite. So reach out to the party boats. They're definitely getting the job done, and that's going to last a couple more weeks. The problem is getting the white leg crabs or green crabs seems to be an issue. So with that said, I'll see you guys doing boat shows and a few flea markets here and there. Stay warm and keep daydreaming.
Ben Gilmour has the latest from Quepos, Costa Rica. Ben.
Guys, how's it going? This is Ben Gilmour from down here in Costa Rica. I'm checking in with you today, guys, from 32 miles out in the Pacific Ocean here in Costa Rica. Right now we're fishing for black marlin, guys. We're trying to get this young man here, Mike. We're trying to get him his first ever black marlin. Just the other day, Michael was with us and we caught a 300 to 350 pound blue marlin. Now Michael's caught striped marlin, blue marlin, white marlin, and we're trying to tick the black off the list today. Good luck with that one, buddy.
Thank you.
But guys, the sail fishing down here has been red hot over the last couple of weeks. Just the other day, we caught 8 sailfish together with blue marlin. There's been lots and lots of mahi-mahi out here, 20 to 30 pounders, pretty common at the moment. A few blue marlin out there. And along the beaches, the fishing's gone really good the last couple of weeks. There's a lot of snook, a lot of red snapper, and a lot of rooster fish. Guys, escape the cold up there in the northeast. Come down here to Costa Rica. We got lots of great boats waiting for you here at the Marina Pez Vela. This is Ben Gilmour, back to you.
Yeah, the Fisherman magazine has launched their apparel store. You noticed by now, but we do have hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, t-shirts. They're all online now, and it's free shipping with orders over $100. It's a great gift for yourself or someone you know that loves to fish. Visit thefisherman.com/shop or click. Keep in mind to like our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and tap on the bell to be notified instantly when we do post a new video on YouTube. And do be sure to check out this video's description on YouTube for all the links discussed and our index for specific reports. And do support our correspondents by visiting the websites and their social media pages. Do not forget, this video is available as a podcast on iTunes and Google Podcasts. Search for the Fisherman Magazine podcast and subscribe so you can listen to this broadcast along with our other content. You know, it is looking like a tough weekend to get out again with that wind, but if you're looking for something to do, be sure to stop down at the Ward Melville High School Striper Day by Surfcasters Journal this Sunday. Yes, that's this Sunday, the 14th. I hope to see you there. I'll be at the booth manning it, giving subscriptions out, giving away some tackle. Hope to see you then.